Hello, everyone. This is Matt for Mindfulness Mondays, and I want to introduce to you this self-compassion mantra today because this is such a difficult time for a lot of people, and many of us are kind of hurting and feeling isolated and maybe lost and not knowing what to do with ourselves and feeling a whole host of maybe negative things right now. I think it can be really powerful and really important right now to look at self-compassion, look at ways that we can care for ourselves just a little bit more. And I'm going to teach you today a self-compassion mantra. And this is from Kristin Neff. She wrote the book on self-compassion. It's called Self-Compassion. And this is a mantra that she teaches that is intentional in the way that it's constructed to touch on all of the points, all of the components of self-compassion. And I'll talk just briefly about what those components are. So self-compassion is made up of mindfulness, and that's kind of what I've been talking about before, this intentional awareness of the present moment. It's made up of this idea that we all have a common humanity. Every person that's alive shares, we have a lot of differences, of course, but one thing that we do share together is this idea of pain and suffering. This is something that we all must face as human beings, is a sense of loss and pain. And the third component is the kindness part, the self-kindness, self-love, self-compassion part. So let's go over the mantra here. I'm going to give it to you twice, and then we'll go through each component and talk it out just a little bit. So the mantra, or the saying that you can say to yourself, and this is something that you can use in moments of suffering, in moments of pain, or in times when maybe you need to center yourself a little bit and bring your awareness back into a little bit more, kind of give yourself some of that self-compassion and kindness and love, and pull your awareness out of kind of circular thinking, getting stuck in that loop like we talked about before. So the mantra is, this is a moment of suffering. Suffering is a part of life. May I be kind to myself in this moment of suffering. That's it. It's just that simple. Let's do it one more time here. This is a moment of suffering. Suffering is a part of life. May I be kind to myself in this moment of suffering. So again, this is a very, very intentional exercise, and these words are very meaningful. They're meant to touch on each of those three components. So this is a moment of suffering. You could say things like, ooh, ouch, this really hurts right now. This is stress, this is really painful. All of those kind of hit that same thing, and that's the mindfulness part. That's the being aware of what's going on for yourself right now, that you're not pushing it away, you're not denying it, you're not avoiding it, you're saying, I'm in pain right now in some way, shape, or form. This is suffering. This is not fun right now. And then the second part, suffering is a part of life. You could say, other people feel this way too, or, I know I'm not alone. Everybody kind of struggles in ways. Everybody experiences stress and pain and loss. And this is touching on that common humanity part, this idea that we're all in this together. And there's not a single human being that is alive or has ever been alive that hasn't experienced some kind of pain. And there's some connection and hope in that. I think that we all experience some of the same things, that in some ways we are all similar and part of humanity together. And the third part is, may I be kind to myself in this moment of suffering. And you could also say things like, may I be patient, or may I be strong, or may I forgive myself in this time? Can I give myself the compassion that I need right now? And this is touching on that self-kindness part. This is that, we don't need to belittle or put ourselves down. We actually can just offer ourselves the same level of kindness and love and respect that we would give to any other human being, friends or family or anyone else. Because sometimes it's so much easier to give that kindness and that respect and that love to other people. But we got to remember that we got to start with ourselves, and we got to give that to ourselves first. So again, this is a moment of suffering. Suffering is part of life. May I be kind to myself in this moment of suffering. I hope this was useful for y'all, and I hope that you have a really wonderful rest of the weekend. and I hope that you stay healthy and well. Take care, everybody.